My hair is not staying up the way it's supposed to. Please just stay. Why won't you stay with me? 'Cause you are big and sexy. No, it really says big and sexy hair on it. Read the label. Jeez. I think that'll do. Got the librarian bun going on over here for today's tea talk. What's going on, my pretty pandas? It's your huggable hipster here, and welcome back to today's tea talk. That didn't end good. Hold on one second. Oh, it landed on a pillow. Okay, I'm good. So today's tea talk will involve a lot of Resident Evil because numero uno, there's a lot of Resident Evil games that are being remade currently, and we gotta discuss them. Let me take my inhaler because this is gonna be an interesting episode. So what are we talking about first? Today we are talking about that Resident Evil Revelations is out on Xbox One. I remember when it used to be on 3DS. I'm very excited that it is out on Xbox One right now. And it used to be, what was it, that you couldn't, there weren't that many Resident Evil games that you could currently get on Xbox, like Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, Code Veronica. The list goes on, seriously, people. And a lot of people are confused, actually, about how many Resident Evil games there are, so let's break it down for you. So just to make it easy for you guys, here's a list, an entire comprehensive list of every single Resident Evil game there is out there today on the market. Forgot my glasses, hold on one second. Now I really look like a librarian. I study the philosophy of berries. I like the berries, a librarian. Okay, so the first game ever in existence was technically a short film back in the 70s for Wesker, and it was the character Wesker, but they don't acknowledge that, so we're not going to either, but it was around, so just keep that in your noggin that there was Wesker before there was the entire culture that is Resident Evil. Okay, so moving on. Resident Evil from Capcom, which was out in 1996. Resident Evil 2, which was out in 98, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, Resident Evil Survivor, Resident Evil Code Veronica, which came out February 3rd, 2000, Resident Evil Gaiden, which came out in 2001, but that game never really shows up and it's not popular, and I don't know why. I've never played that one, honestly. I've played 50% of the games, and I'll tell you which ones I have played. Resident Evil, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Code Veronica, Degeneration, and any game that has to do with Wesker I played. Oh, and also Resident Evil 0, which also came out 2002. Oh my god, I feel old. Resident Evil Dead Aim, which came out in 2003, Resident Evil Outbreak, Resident Evil File 2, Resident Evil 4, which is one of the best Resident Evils besides the remake, and 2. 2 is really, really good, which I'm going to discuss about 2 later on in today's episode. Resident Evil The Umbrella Chronicles, which I actually got a limited edition gun and knife that went with that for the Wii. It was very nice, very kitschy, but I absolutely love it. Resident Evil 5, which we will be playing on the channel. Resident Evil The Dark Side Chronicles. Oh, I love that one. That one was so good. I completely forgot that I played that one. Resident Evil Mercenaries. Resident Evil Mercenaries 3D came out in 2011. Resident Evil Revelations, Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City, Resident Evil 6, and then we have Resident Evil Ultimate HD Edition, Resident Evil 4 Ultimate HD Edition, Resident Evil HD Remastered, Resident Evil Revelations 2, Resident Evil 0 HD Remastered, Resident Evil Umbrella Corps, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, and which brings us to our next topic of discussion, Resident Evil 2 Remake. This is to be announced, people. It means that they're making a second Resident Evil remake of the game Resident Evil 2, and I'm really, really excited about this. I hope that they make it like they did for Resident Evil 1, because that was just, it was amazeballs. Like, seriously. Anytime that I play that game, it just goes to show you how they went from this to this. I mean, come on. Technically, this is the remake of the remake of the remake of the remake, but this is the original glitchy, I want to kill myself because I can't see clearly what this is. Is this a potato? Is this a cucumber? Is this a character? No shade or disregard for what the game was back in the early 90s, but you can tell it was clearly from the 90s. Oh, and also I forgot to mention, we have our first pumpkin spice coffee of the season, people! This is amazing. I feel like I'm getting more into my average white girl form. So, a lot of people don't know when this is going to be coming out because there have been some some skepticism. There's been some, I'm trying to find the right word for it. There's been a lot of ifs and ands and buts and what ifs are going around if the game is even going to be made, but Capcom did say that they are going to be making a remake. It is out there in the ether, and hopefully it comes by soon, because they said that they were going to put it out there January of this year, but that didn't happen, so they probably want to make it perfect. But I did some research, and this is actually one thing that is happening currently. Resident Evil 2 fans have been given more bad news about the upcoming remake. With the release date seemingly a long way off and official updates few and far between, fans have now found out that 2 of the original voice actors won't be appearing in the game. The voice actors that will not be appearing in the game this time will be the voice actors of Claire Redfield and Leon Kennedy. First off, it was revealed that Allison Court would not be reprising her role as Claire Redfield. Explained the situation, Court said, about a year and a half ago, the producer for the remake of Resident Evil 2 did reach out, contacted my agent. Shortly thereafter, my agent got some emails from a couple of different companies that were bidding on the contract into the localization of the game. They asked whether I would be willing to work with them out of Vancouver to do the voice recordings, and I said absolutely, would love to, then heard the same from the company in Los Angeles. And as soon as they won the contract, they informed me that they actually won't be needing my services as they were going non-union, which sucks for the voice actor, because voice actors, they don't get many positions to begin with. They really have to search, and they really have to, unless you are working for Assassin's Creed or big name companies where they know who you are, it's really difficult to search for a voice acting position. My friend Kiba Walker, he does a lot of voice acting. He's an amazing voice actor. He does such a good job with every game and anime that he does, but he, you know, there's not a lot of work to be done unless you are that big name person, which I have faith that he will be. But like, even big name people like this for Resident Evil, which is an amazingly and huge franchise, they can't seem to catch a break whenever it comes down to this stuff, and they get brushed off as if they're very expendable, which is unfortunate. Responding to a fan on Twitter, Mercer said that he was in the same boat as his Resident Evil 2 colleague Allison Court. He asked if non-appearance was because of the union issue. Mercer said, "Methinks. Same experience as Allison regarding this project. There was a similar situation with the upcoming Life is Strange prequel, which won't feature the talents of Ashley Birch." The Resident Evil 2 remake was officially announced as a real project by Capcom last year, but has since been shrouded in mystery. Producer Harabashi, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, recently broke his silence on the game, telling Collider that the remake would be out soon. The only thing I can tell you is about something that's already out in the public, he explained. Resident Evil 2, a remade version, the game will be out from Capcom soon. So it does give us some hope, it does give us some reality that not many of the voice actors that we loved from the original Resident Evil 2 game will make their way back onto the same game, unfortunately. But hey, you know what? This makes room for new talent. This makes room for other people to show us what they got, and we'll see, we'll compare it and see if we actually like the new voice actors or if we like the original better. But yeah, I really want to know what you guys think of this situation. You can let me know down in the comments below, because I would love to know your guys' opinion. Also, I forgot to mention Resident Evil Revelations. Since it's on Xbox One now, it's $19.99, so grab it while you can, or wait for it to go on sale, which it might within a month or so, because I know that Capcom usually does these big sales, you know, that are for the Halloween and all that kind of stuff. So you'll be able to grab it for a reasonable price. And the last and final game that I want to talk about for Resident Evil that is coming out very soon is Not a Hero DLC, which was supposed to be out in the spring of 2017, but due to quality concerns and all that kind of stuff, they had to delay it until December of this year so that they can also probably push out their gold edition. Honestly, I feel like that's why they're putting it out in December, because the gold edition will go perfectly with the DLC, which is free, by the way. So if you guys have the game, pick up the free DLC. I know I'm going to play it on the channel. I can't wait. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was a lot of fun for me to make, considering that Resident Evil is my favorite franchise ever. But if you guys like my face and what I do, please consider subscribing and hit the bell down below, because I make videos every damn day. Stay casually nerdy, you guys, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Peace. Pumpkin spice latte, average girl right away, average white girl, sippy, sippy, sip. There's a fly in this room. I'm gonna kill it. Where are you? In Coro Malando and Toyo Maros Rodriguez. And you killed my father. It's time for revenge. Oh, goodness gracious. Looks like the girls are out to play. Alright then. What's going on, guys? It's your huggable hipster here, and I have a really pretty iPhone cover thing. How are you guys? Peace, 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 peace. Peace. Stuff. Average. Peace.